Instagram isn't hard. It's just misunderstood. And there's never been a better time to blow up than right now. But the problem is, most people are stuck using strategies from 2018 and 2019. And those same people think that Instagram is dying or that it's already dead. It's not. The game has changed. You probably just haven't updated your strategies to adapt to the changes. Instagram didn't get harder. It evolved. And if you don't evolve with it, you will lose. So in this, I'm going to delete the 5 biggest lies that are keeping you stuck and that's making Instagram feel impossible for you to grow on and quite literally sabotaging your growth. And by the end of this, you will stop guessing and finally stop blaming the algorithm and finally understand how to make Instagram work for you and your business. And if you're new here, I'm Enrico Incarnati. I have been in the social game for over 10 years now. I've grown my Instagram from 15K to 200K in under 2 years, almost as a side hustle. But more importantly, I've helped clients like Megan go from 60K to 1.5 million followers in just 6 months on Instagram. Matt go from 50K to 120K in 4 months. And Austin revive his Instagram from losing followers to gaining over 100 a day after just 2 weeks of us working together. And I've grown and managed brands like Jordan Syatt, Meg Squats, The Flexible Dining Lifestyle, Rise Sups, Rise Fuel, and Mel Robbins. And right now, I am the director of social for a brand with over 14 million followers on Instagram alone. So yes, I'm obsessed with Instagram. I know what works, but more importantly, I know how it works. And I'm here to make it work for you. So let's get into it. Lie number 1, Instagram is still social media. It's not social anymore. It's interest media. People complain all the time, why don't I see my friends' posts anymore? You are seeing your friends' content. You're seeing their posts, and you're probably engaging with them. But you are also interested in other things, and you're probably engaging with that stuff more. Think of it like this. Let's say your friends post every 2 weeks or so. Not a ton, but maybe a few other people that you follow on social media, whether it's someone who you follow for recipes, someone who you follow for business advice, or someone you follow like myself to help you with their social media, which by the way, go follow me on Instagram, rico.incarnati, link below. You are engaging with their content disproportionately more than your friends, especially if the people that you follow who are like this and they're posting multiple times a day, or multiple times per week. Think about it. You're probably engaging with this kind of content 20 to 30 times more than a friend that you have was posting every 2 weeks. So it's not that you're not seeing your friends' posts. You're just seeing all the things that you're interested in because you were signaling to Instagram that this is the stuff you like, you comment on, you follow, you share, you save, and more importantly, that you are watching. Therefore, it is logical for Instagram, given the signals you're giving it, to put more of this on your screen. Instagram's a business. Instagram's main goal is to keep you on the platform. And this isn't just Instagram, by the way, because I know a lot of people, they'll get upset when you say this. Like, oh, it's a business. No shit. I don't have any emotion attached to this. It's just the truth. Whether it's Instagram, Meta, TikTok, YouTube, etc. The main goal of all social platforms is to keep you on the platform. The algorithm doesn't care who you know. It cares what you engage with and what you are most interested in. So every time you watch, like, save, or share a piece of content, you are training the algorithm. So if your friend posts baby pics, but the content that you consume regularly is fitness, beauty, real estate, or cooking reels, guess what? Your friends almost like disappear and they get lost through this. Again, not because the algorithm hates them, but because you're not as interested. This is the game now. You're not being rewarded for connection. You are being rewarded for attention and your ability to pull attention in and keep it, which is probably why when you scroll your feed on Instagram right now, you're getting served content from people you don't even follow. Well, it's because you've sent signals to Instagram that you are interested in this type of content. Yet here's the crazy part. Even if your friends are sending you content in the DMs, and you don't follow that person or that account, and you've never once interacted with them, you're still sending signals that you're interested. And if you watch it yourself, or if you choose to further share that piece of content or that page with someone else, you're sending those signals. Do you see what I'm saying? And again, this is vital for you to understand because you need to get dialed in on who you are speaking to and what they are interested in. That's it. Like, if you can just focus on who am I making this piece of content for? And what is this video about? Or what is the topic of this video with your Instagram content? You will win. That's all. The who and the what. And by the way, if you are struggling with this aspect of Instagram with content creation, literally within the first 2 weeks of my 90-day program, we solve this. It's like Monopoly. You do not get to pass go. And if you feel like you need more clarity on who you are speaking to so that when you create, you have full certainty, full clarity on the exact person that you are trying to attract on the other end of the phone, then you need to come join, okay? The link is in the description. I want to see you there. Lie number 2, Instagram is pay to play. It's not. The truth is, great content performs without needing to throw a single dollar behind it. If your content sucks, ads won't save it. And if your content hits, well, ads won't really even be necessary. Instagram doesn't reward spending money on ads. It rewards signal. That means if your reel grabs attention, if it holds attention and it gets engagement, Instagram will literally boost it for free, organically. You don't need to have a set budget. You need to have better content. See, most people think that they can just outspend bad content and just continue to throw money at it thinking that it's going to solve their problem. It's not. In a quick story for you, there's someone that I know who she's in the beauty space, and come to find out, she was spending over $100,000 a month on ads. Now, she didn't have an organic strategy fully dialed in, kind of just throwing some stuff at the wall here, but she was mainly hoping that with the organic she had, that the more money she spent on whatever content she had, it would almost solve the problem. If this is you, you're not alone. I know a lot of other business owners and entrepreneurs who do this. So instead, I said, well, why don't we stop wasting money on ads? And why don't we use that money to help you film content? Let's hire someone to help you film the content, create the content for you. And in turn, it will cost you less money. And then whatever extra money you have, like we can spend that on ads, or we can put it behind the organic content now, right? And let's test the organic first, see how it does. Then we will take the best organic content and put ad spend behind it, change the call to action native to whatever you want the outcome to be. And that's the move. And safe to say, it 10x'd everything and saved a shit ton of money. You need better content that can perform well organically so that the algorithm will want to push it out. And then you take that organic content and use it for your ads. It's not pay to play. It's who can create the best content that is interesting, engaging, and actually keeps people watching. Lie number 3, you need a big audience to grow. You don't. Reach on Instagram does not come from followers right now. It comes from content. This is one of the biggest myths right now that is holding people back. Today, Instagram is not a distribution platform, it is a discovery platform, which means if you are a small creator, if you are a small business, it has never been better to be able to grow. So if you're a small creator, a personal brand, a coach, you literally have the opportunity to go viral even if you have 300 followers. Why is this? Because Instagram doesn't check your follower count. And certainly right now, I think follower counts, I should say, hold far less weight. Or none at all, honestly, because Instagram only checks the quality of your content. And if you are sending, again, the right signals, it's a per content basis. How well is each piece of content? That is the game. Now I mentioned, if you're sending the right signals, well, what are the right signals to look for? Well, let's start. First, share rate. Are people choosing, on average, to share your video or whatever piece of content more than usual? Which, by the way, you can use Instagram's video editing app, Edits, to see all the details like this. I personally love using it because it's a great analytics tool outside of just being a solid editing tool. Shares are one of the most important metrics now on Instagram. It's literally the first behavior someone is even thinking about before liking it. So your content needs to be engineered for share first behavior. The next signal is skip rate. This you can easily check on each one of your reels. So on average, are people choosing to skip past this reel versus your other reels or not? And a lot of this has to do with your hook. And with your hook, there are 3 rules that you need to follow. Number 1, create curiosity. Number 2, evoke a visceral response. And number 3, make it relatable to the viewer. And so if your skip rate is trending down for your videos and your reels, you're in a great spot because that means people are choosing to stay past the first 3 seconds. Now, before we get to the next signal, if you feel like you struggle with scripting your videos, first of all, go ahead and grab my viral scripting template. It will literally walk you through how to script videos that get views, and I will take you through what I call my VPS formula, which is value per second. Because yes, it is vital to have a strong hook so you can get your skip rate down, but what about the next 3 seconds of your video? And that's where the viral scripting template helps. So go snag it. The next signal, average watch time. Speaking of the seconds after your hook, your average watch time is a metric that is completely slept on. This can be the difference between a video that gets 300 views and a video that gets 3 million. Yes, having a strong hook is crucial, but if your retention graphs on your reels look like a literal drop off a cliff, right after the first few seconds, you're losing about half your audience after your hook, which I hate to break it to you, That just means that the rest of your video may as well have had nothing on the screen because your audience is not even seeing it. And with your retention graphs, you should also start paying attention to the average watch time. Because again, it doesn't matter how short or how long your videos are. I don't care about that. It matters how concise they are. And if you're losing people 15 seconds into a video that is 3 minutes long, well, that's a really poor average watch time. So again, you should look at your video and dissect it and ask yourself, why or how am I losing people after the first 15 seconds? Did I start getting a little too intellectual? Could I have shown an example? Could I have made it more simple? Could I have shown a graphic, done something different, filmed it differently? Be very objective with yourself and ask, could this video have been more concise? Instead of it being a 3-minute video, maybe it's a 90-second video. And that alone will send a better signal to Instagram if you are able to keep people interested in the video and keep it moving along. If people engage, they will push you more. And if they scroll past, you will get buried. It's simple as that. Lie number 4, you need to be posting every single day. The truth is, consistency without quality content, in my opinion, is a distraction. And if you are just starting out, there's a quote from Alex Hormozi that I absolutely love. Do so much volume, it would be unreasonable for you to fail, especially in the beginning, because you don't know what works. And you need a lot of volume and a lot of repetitions to see what you enjoy filming. And ultimately, what is the audience interested in? Now, posting daily isn't a bad idea, but posting daily bad content doesn't help. It hurts because you are literally teaching the algorithm and your audience to ignore you. So what I recommend is focus on creating at least 3 great pieces of content each week, especially if you are the one that is doing the content yourself. Now, if you have a team or other people supporting you, completely different conversation. When you start putting out more content and you start seeing what works and what doesn't, well, then you can start putting out more volume matched with quality, because quantity and quality equals success. You're not losing because you're not consistent. You're losing because your content isn't compelling, and you're losing because your content isn't interesting. And so if you want to win, make your content more interesting. That's why there's some people that can go weeks without posting, and then they post one video and it hits and everybody's just so excited for it. Well, it's because they know how to create content and create attention on demand that their audience will always tune into. So don't post just to stay active. Post to stay relevant and to stay top of mind. And line number 5, the algorithm is against me, or the algorithm hates me. I love this one. The algorithm does not hate you. The algorithm is just a mirror. The algorithm doesn't have opinions, and it certainly doesn't care about yours. It has data. This applies to the content you post on your main feed and even your Instagram stories. So your carousels, your statics, your reels, the audience is the algorithm. They are giving you feedback based on what they are interested in and what they are not interested in. I hear this a lot, especially right now with Instagram stories. And again, I'm not sure if you've experienced this, but pretty much all of this year, it kind of felt like you could only post one Instagram story to get a lot of views, right? Versus if you posted multiple stories after that, your reach kind of tanked on those. Again, I don't know if you've experienced that. Well, if you only post one story, but it's something that is really interesting to where people are having to either hold the screen to read it or listen to it or reply to it or engage with it, whatever it is. Again, you're still sending signals to Instagram that, hey, this is getting a lot of engagement. So they're gonna show it to more people. But the problem is, most people are not posting as interesting of stories. And the people that follow them are just tapping through. Again, I don't know if you've seen on people's stories when it's just like little ants at the top and you just tap, 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 tap. So then what do you think is gonna happen? You're not gonna get as many views on the other stories as you did the first one. Because again, the signal that's being sent to Instagram is, oh, people that are watching this are not as interested in this, and they're not watching as long, so you know what? We're just not gonna show this as much. Why? Because, like I mentioned before, Instagram is a business, and the way they make money is by ads. Whether that's on Instagram stories, and I know you've probably seen this when you're watching Instagram stories, you will see other ads, or even in your feed when you're scrolling reels or carousels, that's how they make money. And if you can keep someone on the platform for a long period of time, whether that's watching your story, watching your content, or engaging with your content, Instagram gets more opportunities to put ads in front of those people. And if you can keep them there, they will reward you by giving you more reach. Like, it's literally that simple. My friend, please stop getting emotional about your content and just start looking at the data, because the data will never lie to you. It's telling you everything that you need to know. And I want to tell you a little quick story. So I have a client who I recently started working with. He trains very well-known celebrities and multiple celebrities. And before we started working together, he was losing followers on Instagram. And he thought that the content he was putting out was like really good content. And he was almost confused as to like, well, why are people unfollowing me? I'm like, why is my account not growing? I mean, what's cool is like within the first 2 to 3 weeks of us working together, we completely revamped the way that he thinks about content, the way that he creates content, and his entire content strategy. And now we're gaining over 100 followers a day. But what's even cooler is he didn't really have an email list before we started this, and this is someone who has almost 30,000 followers. And now we're getting about 100 new email subscribers every single week. And our goal is 1,000 by the end of the year. And we're doing all of this with a platform that I love. It's called ManyChat. And we do specific automations on his stories that tee up a free guide, his free cheat sheets, like whatever that he has, a free offering for people. And that it makes it evoking, that we evoke emotion, we make it curiosity driven, we make it relevant to the person who watches so that they say yes, like they reply to his story that they want his guide. And even the same thing on his posts to opt in for it. But again, if you think about it logically, when people are now replying to his story, well, it's sending signal to Instagram, hey, that this story is worth sharing with more people because people are engaging with it. And so Instagram wants to go tell other people about it and share it more because again, it will reward you the more that people are likely to stay watching other stories. I hope this is starting to make sense. Like, is it starting to make sense to you a little bit? Stop blaming the system. Stop blaming the platform. It's all just data. And what I want you to do is to start building and creating content that people actually want to watch. That's the game. And when you do that, you don't even worry about the algorithm. You just start focusing on the audience. What is my audience interested in? What do they care about? What is most important to them? What are their desires? Instagram's not hard. It's just misunderstood. Hopefully you can start to build a little bit better. Hopefully you can start to create better. And I'd love to know in the comments below, did any of this stick out to you? Did any of this resonate with you? Do you feel like you have more clarity? Do you feel like you have a better sense of how Instagram works? Like, do you feel like you can go create now? Like, just let me know in the comments below. In case no one else told you, I wanted to remind you today that you're one video away from a completely brand new life. And I hope to see you in the next one.